So I'm going to take that all the way down to Angola, which is Africa's current oil and gas producer, and a lot more that the administration in Luanda is working on to expand its hydrocarbon frontiers. Little wonder then that hundreds of delegates within Africa and around the world are heading to the country for the oil and gas summit due later in November. Miguel Artacho is the international conference director at the energy capital and power, and is joining me now for a curtain raiser on the Angola summit. Good evening to you, Miguel, and thanks for coming through just before all of you jet out to Luanda for this very important summit being put together by the energy capital and power. Tell me, what is your outlook on this very rich hydrocarbon country ahead of November's summit?
Good evening. Thanks very much for having me. The outlook is very positive. I think there's a lot of factors that are, in terms of the momentum, the economic recovery underway in Angola, the post-COVID recovery. The economy is expected to accelerate to up to 5% real GDP growth by 2026. For 4 months in a row now, Angola has been sub-Saharan Africa's leading oil and gas producer. So there are many very positive developments, and the country is looking to increase production figures even further and attract more investment to expand exploration and production activity in the years ahead.
Interesting. I'm interested in knowing some of the key issues that delegates and the host government will be looking forward to at this particular forum.
Absolutely. We're focusing on essentially finding ways of spurring investment into the Angolan as well as the regional energy value chains, important developments in the downstream sector, such as the construction of a number of refineries, which are going to have a major impact on the downstream sector. Creating an enabling environment for businesses, bringing together the region's leaders, top executives, deal-making, executive panels, and also, very important, ensuring that the Angolan energy sector is inclusive and that it benefits all Angolans in terms of a better a better future for the people.
So can we look forward to deal signings, memorandum of understandings as all part of Energy Summit? The whole idea is energy on the African continent is #1 conversation right now, despite some of the pushbacks we are seeing in terms of investments into fossil fuel.
Yes, absolutely. That's basically the core. The main factor behind Energy Capital and Power in terms of our core mission is precisely to put together events that can facilitate deal making, and we are looking forward to signing deals. As you know, the NPG has the 2023 licensing round for 12 onshore oil and gas blocks in the lower Congo and Kwanza Basin. That's part of Angola's strategy to offset production declines. So we're looking forward to a number of high-level deals, and because of the caliber of the delegates, I think there's going to be exciting developments to look forward to in November.
Okay, tell me about all that you're putting together to make this conference happen. Who is speaking? Give me some big names.
Well, I would say that we've had very, very strong support from our partners at Mirampet, Angola's Ministry for Petroleum, Minerals, and Gas, and essentially Sonangol. Everyone knows Sonangol as the country's NOC. There's going to be a strong participation from all of the IOCs who have been present in Angola for a number of years, such as ExxonMobil, Total Energies, and there's new players that are coming, such as Azul Energy. So there's really going to be a very strong, between national players from the sub-region, from other countries in sub-Saharan Africa, ministerial delegations, and a lot of IOCs and also companies such as Petronor. They're all going to be here, and they're bringing large delegations. So we're very much looking forward to welcoming them in Luanda for that.
Very interesting. So give me your outlook on the year 2022 and 2023 for Africa's energy and power industry, as you guys are looking at the industry wider spectrum at Energy Capital and Power.
Well, I think that the outlook is very bright for a number of reasons. Africa has, as you know, over 620 trillion cubic feet of natural gas reserves. That's approximately equivalent to around 9% of the world's total reserves. So Africa has the potential to add 400 gigawatts of gas to power capacity, which is going to be leveraged. This is absolutely huge in terms of helping to end energy poverty in the continent. And also Africa has a very, very important, sub-Saharan Africa has a very important role to play in terms of ensuring global energy security. We live in a very difficult year because of the crisis going on in Ukraine. And I think it's, the world is waking up to the fact that the sub-Saharan African oil and gas sector is tremendous potential, and the outlook is very bright for these reasons that I've stated.
Will the conference be touching on energy transition?
Yes, energy transition is an important theme, but the energy transition has to be progressive and gradual, and it has to be inclusive. So sub-Saharan African countries cannot be told, we're not going to invest in hydrocarbon projects because, it's very important to have the right balance between, a just and equitable energy transition. And that's one of the things that we will be discussing in detail during the conference.
Yeah, we look forward to being part of that. Thank you so much. Thanks for speaking with us tonight on the show. Enjoy your weekend, Miguel, and we wish you all the best.